What is up, guys? Codebro29 is back, and today I'm going to be doing something I never thought I would ever say in my entire YouTube history. Who wants to make a Royal High game? Let's go for it. So today I'm going to be showing you part 1 of the Royal High series. We're going to be making the flying animation today. So what you're going to go ahead and do is click. You should have plugins. These plugins should already be in your plugins folder, Rig Builder and Animation Editor. Make sure those are in your plugins tab. Then make a rig and an R15, not R6, R15 block rig, like that. Okay, now we have our dummy inserted, and now we're going to do the animation. So this is going to be the idle animation of our flying. So we can call this fly idle. And then this number right here where it says 1, I'm going to switch that to 2. Okay, so it makes it a little bit longer. Alright, for the first keyframe, I'm going to go ahead and, if you go into model, make sure that both of these here are unchecked. I'm going to go ahead and when you're done with this entire video, recheck them again if you would like. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start rotating this dummy, kind of get, this is where they are going to be standing still, right? This is what they're, you know how it kind of goes up and down in Royal High, up, down, so that's kind of what we're doing. If you stand still, you have a little idle animation. So I'm gonna make this. You feel free to make your own or kind of copy what I'm doing. Not very good at animator, I apologize, but it's better than nothing. I'm gonna rotate the torso just a little bit. Okay, I'm good with this for my first frame. Next, I'm gonna go I'm gonna go to spot 1 second in the frame. I'm gonna select the lower torso. I'm gonna move it up a little bit. I can rotate this again, a little bit back. And then when I'm done with that, I'm actually gonna rotate the arms a little bit so that the arms move a little bit when they are standing still. And the legs a little bit too. And then I'm gonna go ahead and copy these keyframes. Right-clicking, selecting copy, and then pasting them, Control-V, or Command-V if you're on a Mac. Make sure that you have this loop button. It's very important that you click that button before you start. So if we go ahead and play our animation, we've got a little idle animation. So I'm happy with this. We can then, what we're going to do is we're going to click these dots and click Export. We're going to select this as Fly Idle as the title. Submit. Now right here we have the ID. Go ahead and copy that by pushing that button right there. Okay, so now we're going to insert an animation into Workspace by clicking the little plus icon and searching for animation. Down here, I'm going to close up the dummy. Animation, we can call this fly idle. In the properties, we're just going to, where it says animation ID, paste that ID that we just made. Okay, so that's our fly idle. We have one more animation to make, and that's when they're flying. We want their arms to be up. So I'm going to go over here and do create new. This is going to be called fly forward. Okay, so when they're flying, I kind of want them to be rotated a little bit like this. I want their arms to be, I don't want to make it superhero, but we can work with it. Kind of see what looks good. I'm going to make that one a little bit farther. We can rotate that one up. I'm going to go ahead and rotate. Actually, I'm fine with this. And then make this repeat also. And if we play it, there's no playing, right? Because that's the animation. We can actually, just so that there are no errors, we can copy that selected and paste it all the way at the end. Right here. So it's literally the same thing. Right? Okay, so now that we have that, I'm going to click export as fly forward, submit it, and then I'm going to also copy this ID. Perfect. We have our both of our IDs. Now we can close out animation editor, get rid of the dummy, copy that, or duplicate it by pushing Control-D. Do not copy it or else your ID will be gone. You can always go find it on the Roblox website though. And we can call this fly forward and do the same thing as last time, just pasting our new ID there. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to be controlling the flying. So we're going to go into starter player, starter character scripts, local script, and then after that we're going to go ahead and take these two animations and put them into the local script. Alright, we're going to call this fly handling. Okay, now we can get rid of this print, and here we go. We're going to say local player equals game, this is the scripting, .players .local player. So since it's a local script, we can find the local player pretty easily by just saying game.players.local player. Now we can say local, caps lock, local char equals player.character or player dot character added :wait, like that. Okay, so this is going to just grab the character automatically or wait until the character has been added. Now we can drop a couple lines and say local cam, and then by the way, char just means character, their character. Local cam equals workspace dot current camera. So we're taking the camera of the workspace, and we can say local UIS, because we're gonna say they're gonna fly when they push the key F unless they're chatting F. So we're gonna say local UIS equals game : get service user input service. Okay, drop a couple lines. Now we can say local stand still equals char : wait for child humanoid, like this. So we're waiting for their humanoid. Then we're gonna load this animation. Load animation script : wait for child stand. Oh wait, no, we have it idle, right? We changed that. Sorry, that was my notes. Idle, fly idle. There we go. So we're waiting for the fly idle animation, which is right here, fly idle. And then we're gonna say local fly. Whoa, what happened there? Okay, down here, local fly equals char : wait. Actually, we're just gonna copy this line, change that to fly, and we can change this to fly forward. Okay, now that we have those, we're gonna create some variables. We're gonna create local W pressed equals false, local S pressed equals false, local A pressed equals false, and local D pressed equals false. Okay, so these are just variables that's going to come in handy later because they can move with WASD. Okay, now we're going to say local flying equals false because when they join, we don't want them flying right away. Now we can say UIS.input began : connect. Connect function, and then in these parentheses we're going to write key and chat. Okay, just like that. So we're going to say if chat, then return end. So basically what we're saying right here is if they chatted the key F, we don't want to do anything. We don't want them to fly. So we're just not doing anything. But we can say if key.keycode equals enum.keycode.f, then if flying then, so in other words, if they're already flying, then we want to stop. So we can put a comment here, stop flying. Okay. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to say flying equals false. Oops, I don't want that extra. There we go. Flying equals false. Char.animate.disabled equals false. So this will come in handy later. What we're doing is we are letting the original animations continue to play now, if that makes any sense. Stand still, so this is our idle, right? Stand still, stop, because we don't want them to be doing the hovering anymore. And we can say fly, stop. Okay, so this is if they are done flying, then we're going to stop, right? We're going to have them stop flying. So now we can say else flying equals true. So if they're not flying already, they want to start flying. So char.animate.disabled equals true. So we want to stop the default animations. So now we can say stand still, play, right? We want the idle to start playing. Now we can say local BV equals instance.new body velocity. Okay, this is where I needed, this is where I don't really understand, so hang in with me. I have a hard time with this math vector stuff. We can say char.primary part. Okay, so we are basically just putting a new thing called a body velocity inside of the character. We can say BV dot max force equals vector3 dot new math dot huge comma math dot huge comma math dot huge. So we don't want to have any limits to how fast they're flying. I think is what that means. Yeah, hang in with me. I am not very strong with this part. Okay, BV dot velocity equals vector3 dot new 0 comma 0 comma 0. And then we can say BV dot name equals flight force, like that, okay? And then we can say repeat weight 0.1 until flying equals false. And then once they, basically this is saying wait 0.1 until they stop flying, and once they stop flying, we're gonna destroy the BV, or the flying value, right? Okay, so go outside of these two ends right here, just inside of this final end, and we can say if key.keyCode equals enum.keycode.w, then we can say w pressed equals true. Okay, so what we're doing here is we are just saying if they press W, then we are going to make W press true. So we can, sorry, I kind of went ahead of you guys. What we're going to do is we're going to copy this line right here, right up to the if, and we can write right here, else, and then else, I did that. Okay, copy the if, copy that, like that, and then we can say, we can just copy this 2 more times because we have 4 total keys to press, right? WASD. We can say if it is, if the key code is D, then D pressed equals true. Well, now we can switch this to S and A for each of the keys that are being pressed. Yeah, right? So, yep, that should be it. Now we can come outside of this end right here, and we can say while wait outside of there, do, if flying, sorry, one second, getting my notes, if flying, then, so if they are flying, we can say char.primary part find first child flight force, that value that we just inserted, dot velocity equals vector3 dot new 0 comma 0 comma 0. Okay, and then we can say fly stop. All right, so now we can say or draw the line, and we can say if W pressed, then, so if they pressed the W key, we can say char dot primary part find first child flight force dot velocity equals vector3 dot new. What do we have? Oh, sorry, my bad. Velocity equals cam dot cframe dot look vector times 100. Okay, this is where I get spotty, so bear with me here. So we can say we'll just copy from, or this is where the math kind of gets me. So copy the if, W pressed, all that again, and I'm going to put an else, paste, like that, okay? Now I'm just going to copy that since we have an else if. Go ahead and copy this line, the else if, boom and boom. We need 4 of them. Okay, So now we're just going to change this to, let's switch that one to S. So if they press the S key, then, so this is all about changing where they're flying, okay? So just, this is the velocity and the direction which they're flying. Whoops, don't do that. Go down to the second 100 and push minus 100, because they're going to go backwards when they push the S key. Whoop. And they're going to go forward when they push the W key. When they press the, let's see, what do I have here? S and then A, we're going to say times the velocity dot C frame cam, okay, dot right here, instead of look vector, we're going to switch that to right vector, and then minus 100, change that to right vector also, and leave that, and then we can just say if D pressed, okay? Char the primary part, yep, we got all that. Cam.C frame, we did all that. Okay, the last thing we have to do is in this end, we have to, right here, where we have else if, drop a line, and we can say fly : play. I'm going to go ahead and copy that and put that on all of these else ifs. Okay, right here, right there, and right there. Okay, and now outside of this end, we need an else right here. Else, wait 1. Okay, this should be everything. Let's go ahead and test this out. Yeah, let's go ahead and test this out. I'm going to push play. And let's hope that we did things right with our script. Okay, so if we press F, we are now able to fly. Whoa. Okay, something's wrong. Okay, we have our idle. Okay, we have an error. We are flying without wanting to fly. Okay, yep, this is a problem. Let's go ahead and see what's going on. Fly handling. We're gonna look down here. It's most likely down here. Let's see, times 100, times negative 100, right vector and right vector. Okay, I think that all over here is fine. Let's look up here. Save key code. Let me look at the BV really quick. Body velocity. Alright, part, flight force, yep. Okay, so I think, let's see. Fly cone stop. Let's see. If flying then. So this should all be there. Oh, I think I see our problem. Maybe. Let's see. If, and. Why do we have an extra wait here, or an end here? Wait. 1 second, guys. So, I'm looking to see what we have going on here. There is a, no, that's all right. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and play it again. I'm going to go into my character and look at the velocity really quick. Let me see if it's the velocity that's the problem. So I'm going to go to my character. What's my primary part? Humanoid root part. Duh, I knew that. Humanoid root part. Let's see. I'm going to now start to fly. And I should have flight force. Okay. Okay. I don't think it's the flight force. Oh. So yeah, we are continuing to fly in the direction that the camera is going. So I think I might see what's the problem. W pressed equals true. W key code. Right now, W pressed equals false. Our, let's see. Okay, give me a minute, guys. I'll be back when I figure out what the problem was. Okay, guys, I figured out the problem. Right here we have a line of code missing. So after this keycode.enum, keycode w, all this stuff right here, outside of this end we have a UIS input ended, which I didn't realize. So we can say UIS dot input ended colon connect function key. Okay. Now we're just gonna copy this line of code from if key equals keycode w all the way down to the end here, not the parenthesis end, just the regular end right here. Just change all these to false, 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 and false. Okay, this should work now. So if we push play, let's hope this works. I'm confident. I think this will work. So we're going to jump up, push F. Hey, there we go, our idle. So my idle, for some reason, bobs my head up and down. But hey, it works. Look at that. We can fly up and down. It goes in whichever way we choose. We have our little animation for flying, and then our idle up and down. So that's pretty cool. Alright, if you liked that, make sure to like and subscribe, and show me that you guys want more. If we hit 50 likes on this video, I will know that you guys want more Royale High videos, and I will work hard on those. Make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell, and it'll help me also to make more videos for you guys. You're awesome. Keep scripting. See you next time.